Alright, hey there, Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here, back again for another set episode of the Persona 4 Golden Let's Play. If you did miss out during the last one, well, we jumped on into the finals for the tail end of November all the way into the early December month here, since we are now finally into December type of way. But we're not going to be really here into December month for all that too long, because what's going to happen is that I will be doing the said finale of our way of what type ending that we're going to go and do here. Now, this type ending that I will go and actually show off to you guys is going to be the bad ending, and for me personally is that I don't really want to have to go and jump on into anything post-game related. I know that there's other things that you could go and do afterwards when you go through this little set cutscene dialogue that's going to happen with like Nanako and the whole Namatame guy, and what type of choosing of what you're going to go and do with said Namatame. And what we're going to have to go and do is that with Namatame is that we're going to be tossing him back into the said TV, and then that's where you kind of go into this said bad ending where what's going to happen is that you're going to be jumping all the way towards into the time of said March, and then that's where you're going to have to go and leave the area of Inaba, and then be going back to your regular life that you were originally at before heading all the way over here into Inaba when we first arrived and met up with Dojima and Nanako to go and begin off with the beginning part of their said way of the game. Now within these two videos for today, not only are we just going to be doing out here with the course of Persona 4 Golden, but we are going to be having to go and jump all the way on into our time with the Phantom Hourglass. Now, what's going to happen here in Phantom Hourglass is that we're finally going to be able to go and use our brand new type of seed chart, the final said seed chart, and heading all the way over towards into the next up and coming aisle that we're going to have to be running on into with. Now, unfortunately, we can't really go and do the main aisle that we're going to have to go and do since there is going to be a said cyclone blocking our way once again, and this time, however, it is going to be blocking the way to the said temple that we're going to have to go and try to find for that said last type of pure metal, so that then we can get ourselves with that phantom sword and make our way all the way back to that ocean temple and battle out with Bellum there for when the time does happen. But there is going to be some other side stuff that we can go and do before heading all the way over to that ocean temple king stuff, because I want to make sure that we start going and doing anything side track related by having to go through anything heart container stuff, and making sure that we have all the heart containers that we do need, and also trying to make sure that we have all the fairies all fully upgraded at this point in time as well, because we still want to make sure that we can get the level 1 and level 2 aspect for the different fairies. So far we only have just about one fairy that is only sitting at level 1, and that of course is going to be with Leaf there, so hopefully we can at least make sure that we can go and continue onwards with all that stuff happening within the game. But for right now, let's just go and jump all the way back here to the Persona 4 Golden and having to go and hear a little bit more about what all the characters are going to be saying. Now, fortunately, since this is going to be the last part of the game, this is where we are going to have to say our final goodbyes to Teddy as well, because Teddy did say that when everything's all over, he's just going to be heading all the way back to the TV world, and we will be getting like a letter at some point from Teddy saying that like it's finally time, he's going to head back to his world, and we're not going to be seeing him again, not in this type of human form like how we are seeing him right now. And I do want to say to you guys is that during the time of this said recording, unfortunately there's a little bit of a power outage where I am at, so I am recording this in the dark, so I'm going to try and make this as like the best as I can go and do here within my time for today. So hopefully when the power does come back on, maybe I can go and do a potential live stream. We'll have to see what happens. It's just that for right now, there has been like some situations that are going on within the area that I'm at right now, and I don't really want to get into like too much of like personal details and other things of that, but let's just say that there's been some things going on within here, and they're just trying to make sure that everything is good so that we can actually have the power to come back on at some point. But crossing my fingers for that is going to happen there. But I did go and check out with Monday Night Raw, of course, and we're just gonna talk about everything that's gonna happen from there in Monday Night Raw. So basically, if you haven't went and checked out on Crown Jewel, which I went and did, I actually checked out the last type of match that was going on the card, because that was where I fell asleep accidentally and never really got to see all the type of matches that were happening on the card. But I did go and see the Cody Rhodes match and versus the Gunther match. So I did go and see what was going on there, and I do have to say that I'm not really happy with the Cody and Gunther match that was happening for that one, and I really thought that for me personally is that I really thought that I thought maybe creative was going to make sure that Gunther was going to have to go and get this type of championship belt type of win right there, just so that he can be a little bit more solidified with his character and kind of having more so of that heel gimmick. And it kind of feels like, for me personally, is that I don't really want to say anything where it's going to like probably kind of like start off with some stuff, but I kind of have a feeling where like I want to say that Triple H is like kind of making Cody Rhodes, I guess, somewhat of like a John Cena type of resemblance within himself. And I hopefully hope that that's not going to be the case, because like I like, you know what, like for me personally is that I'm happy that with the way of how they're like going out of their way with Cody, is that they're like giving him like a whole bunch of stuff, which I know that before, like I know that he was just kind of like the mid-card guy, and he was getting like a lot of like Intercontinental Championship wins and whatnot like throughout his career there. But you know, like I'm happy that he's up in the upper card now, and I'm glad that he went and got the WWE belt that he's always wanted, and I'm happy for all of that stuff that was going on, and it was such a big accomplishment for him. But it just kind of feels that like hopefully like within the way of how creative is working, is that I just don't want it to like kind of be a bothersome situation where it's gonna like have an after effect for whatever the other said wrestler is versing against with Cody. And I hopefully hope that they're not gonna like kind of do anything with Gunther, because like he seems like a really good like top talent, and I know that like for later on, like I hopefully hope that we get to see that Gunther versus Goldberg match, which I think that would be really cool to go and see. But it would have been pretty nice for him to have that said win within the Crown Jewel, just to kind of solidify him a little bit more, to have the so-called second belt alongside with them, even though that, to be honest with you, it's not really as a second belt, because from what I got to go and witness during the Monday Night Raw episode is that they don't even show out the belt anymore. It's basically now like without it being a championship belt, it's just more so of like one of those type of like MVP type of rings that you normally kind of get like whenever you win like a Super Bowl or something like that, right? Or like a Hall of Fame ring or something like WWE normally does. And it just kind of feels a little bit weird, because like would you want to have like two different belts to get showcased? But I guess to be a little bit like for what's going on for that, I guess maybe they don't really want to have the belt to get showcased just only for that one Pacific live event or something. Kind of like how like the Greatest Royal Rumble belt is. It's just that it's only there just for that one Pacific event, and basically that's that. But here we go. So this is where we start running into a problem where it seems like Nanako's situation right now is actually going to be getting a lot worse than what it originally was. Like before, you know, like after the situation that we went and rescued with Nanako there, you know, like I guess for whatever type of effect that was going on with her, is just progressing more and more bad than it actually does need to be. But all that we can really go and hope for right now is just making sure that like we'll keep our prayers as best as we can, and make sure that Nanako is going to be safe and sound as what she normally is going to have to be.
I'm thinking, but damn it, why does this have to happen to a little girl?
Yeah. Now I know that we kind of saw a little bit within the way of like during that one particular event, I want to say somewhere around within the November month, if you guys recall, about with the whole Katatsu situation where the whole thing was like completely broken and stuff, and then all of a sudden like Nanako started to get like some sort of like fever or chill or something that was going on, and maybe that could have possibly went and kind of progressed into something like that there, and maybe like Dojima never really knew what exactly what was going on. Maybe he just thought that was just probably just like the common cold or something.
You're gonna have a hard time making these charges stick.
What's that mean?
I talked with the guys at the station, and it'll be next to impossible.
Well, yeah, because like with the statement that I guess probably Namatame has given out with the whole situation of like taking people to TVs and stuff, I don't think that would kind of really go and fly into someone in the court of law, because like he would just get probably put into like a mental institution or something. That's gonna happen from there, right?
Namatame killed these people, and Dojima-san knows it.
Well,
Adashi's gonna try and make at least some sort of peace alongside with you. He doesn't really want to try to like get like too confrontational.
You want to see that stuff so bad? We'll show you. Hurry up and bring a TV here, damn it!
Hey, stop!
Uh-oh. Well, that doesn't seem good. Like a nurse just ran right on out of there.
Is Nanika
Well, we're just like the only one, right? That's our main character.
Please talk to her.
Oh, man. Alright, well, here we go. This is like the first of many parts that we are going to have to at least see what's going to happen now.
No. Nanako-chan.
Oh, no. Yeah, it doesn't really sound like she's sounding all that too great. And it's too bad that Dojima can't even come here a little bit sooner. Now, mind you, again, he is injured himself, you know, because we already got to see what happened before during the whole entire, like, accident that was happening, you know, with the chase with Namatame. This man, like, really went out of his way to, like, try to get Nanako, but unfortunately, it just really didn't work out with him all that too well there. Well, here he comes right now. Oh man, I guess we're gonna have to go and tell him. He's gonna be really upset about all of this.
Doctor.
Big Bro.
Well, we'll just say that your dad is on your way. Just hang in there, Nanako.
Scared. Big Bro. Dad. Annie.
Oh no. Oh man. That does not sound good at all. Man, why do they always have to put at least some sort of death in some sort of game? And not only that, but for Nanako as well. Like, that's not cool. You know, if it was like Dojima, then it would be kind of iffy. Because, like, sometimes I kind of like Dojima, sometimes I don't. But, like, Nanako, come on, man.
Damn it! Damn it!
Nana.
Well, that's not good. But yeah, so as you guys want to know what the bad ending is, this is what literally the bad ending is going to start to become.
Figure out what caused this.
So while Dojima's walking away, he's actually going to be going and trying to head all the way directly towards to Namatame's room. And he already knows exactly where that place is going to be, but we're going to have to go and try to find that ourselves.
Nanako-chan.
Dojima-san.
Oh yeah, Dachi doesn't even know yet about the situation as well too, right?
Hmm? Huh? Wait, is Nanako-chan... But then, where did Dojima-san go? His room isn't that way. Wait a sec. That's the way to...
Yep, that's the way to Namatame's place.
Senpai! Senpai! Dojima-san might have gone after Namatame. Adachi-san said he was admitted to this hospital.
You transported into the same hospital? For crying out loud, he's
Yeah, that's a little bit too crazy. But hey, you know what? At least they would have separated them.
The biggest hospital, and he's in no condition to be moved.
Yeah, even though that, for what Adachi's saying, it is a pretty big hospital, but...
I can't tell you that.
Just tell us where he is already. Dojima-san's on his way, ain't he? You don't know what he's gonna do there if we don't stop him.
Kanji-kun.
Oh man, so it looks like Kanji's gonna be doing the exact same thing as what Dojima's gonna do. Is gonna be putting a beat down on this guy. You know, I wouldn't blame him either.
Top floor in the second search.
Namatame should be able to deserve exactly what he's gonna have. Right on over to him.
Police guard.
And here we go, and this is what we're gonna have to go see here. Oh, well, not yet. But this is the last type of time that Nanako and at least Teddy are just gonna kind of see each other. But not in the way as what Teddy wanted it to be.
Even though I was the only Teddy in that place, I still couldn't do anything.
This is so messed, man.
speak to him?
Like we said, without permission.
Permission?
Well, I want to say Dojima should be able to have any type of permission, right? Like, he's like the head detective guy. Like, he should be able to go and do whatever he damn well pleases, right?
Nanako's dead. Give me back Nanako. Give her back. She's all I have. She's the only one in the world. Call a doctor. Let go of me. I need to.
Holy crap! Dojima-san! Quick, get him to his room. I'll go alert the doctors.
Yeah, so while Dojima gets all the way himself put back into his room, we're going to go and be the ones that are going to take care of the job for him.
Dojima-san, was he seriously gonna...
His only daughter's dead. Nothing would have surprised me.
Dojima-san probably knew.
But if you ever decide to go and do the post game, though, this is like going to be your chance where if you do want to at least kind of want to make sure to clear off all the other different other social linkings. Now, I know that we do have like stuff with Nato, and that could have been at least something that I may have possibly wanted to go and continue onwards with. But you know what? Like, I'm happy that we at least went and did a little bit of what Nato's stuff was going to be all about, and I think we're just going to kind of leave it off as there, because like I do have another series in mind that I do want to take care of and get another project out of the way, and that of course is going to have to be with the Ori collection, and this is going to be my first time ever going to be playing through the Ori game, so this should be pretty exciting on the Switch.
Life, and now you want your freedom too?
It's your fault that Nanako-chan's...
Well, maybe not his regular self, but his shadow self was the one that was manipulating out everything that was happening here.
Hey, isn't this...
And I have a feeling that, like, whatever his shadow part of himself must have probably, like, did some sort of, like, possession or something, and then must have, like, kind of forced, like, kind of fed him the like, I guess his human form, and then kind of made him do all the bad stuff.
Didn't witness his shadow returning to his body as a persona either. Perhaps that's why we're seeing this now.
Like, this is kind of weird, kind of seeing how like the regular type of body and then also the shadow form body are kind of like interacting between each other, because normally that wouldn't be such a thing, right? Because normally, like, what we'd be seeing on the TV is just like the regular shadow form, and having the other said regular body inside the actual said TV world out there.
I won't ever forgive what you did. This, please.
Oh, so now he's gonna finally start saying, please stop at this point in time. You should have been saying this before, since like the very beginning, dude, and we would have fixed everything out here for you.
Fitting for a bastard like you.
Kanji...
Because, like, you know, because, like, it didn't really happen, like, in the way of how that battle was supposed to be, right? Because normally, like, after once we went and battled out with Namatame, you would get to see that his persona would have broken off, right? Or his shadow part would have broken off and then gotten himself a persona or something, but that never really happened.
Can't do such a thing. You wouldn't dare, right? I'll continue saving people.
Well, that's what we've been kind of hearing from this Namatame guy, is his saving of people.
My God.
Please, stop.
He wants us to stop.
So here we go. So this is the important question out of all of this that's going to happen here in this game. And all that you need to do is make the choice. Do you want to send Namatame into the TV and actually end off the game as quickly as you can? Or do you want to go and actually decide to continue onward with the game and actually go through all the other different post stuff that you would normally get to go and do after once this said event is actually all said and done from here? And do the whole Marie stuff, which I was originally thinking about, but not really going to be my thing anymore, since like there is some other things they also have to worry about doing with Marie as well too, not just only just maxing out the social linking, but there is some other things.
Turn your back and walk away.
That's... but... What's gotten into you guys? This is crazy! How can we do something like
Well,
that?
don't you want to get your revenge too, GA? Come on.
Everyone,
We have to go and get our revenge for Nanako out here.
we're gonna
This Namatame guy has been a problem for way too long.
get a second chance. At this rate, the guy's gonna get off the hook, and he'll go around saving people again. You just heard what this
Yep.
bastard's really thinking. If that happens, it'll be just like Nanako-chan and Senpai. Who knows how many innocent people will die this time? I can't let someone...
Yeah, we want to make sure that we at least somewhat put a stop to all of that.
Her killer can't
But I wouldn't really know, like, even if we go and, like, throw, like, his human form of Namatame into the TV with his shadow form of himself, would he still be able to go and do a lot of other bad things as well? Because, like, I bet you he would probably be able to just go and hop out of the TV at any given time.
And this is all over.
Just push him inside?
If any of you want no part in this, just leave the room. I'm not gonna force you to stay. As for me, nothing could make me forgive this bastard. But before we do this, I want to hear what you
Yep,
think.
and with those famous last words, this is what you're going to have to go and do.
Yeah. We'll end this here and now.
But now, this is where the game's going to give you an ultimatum now. So now, basically, are you sure that you really want to go and do it? Or do you not want to go and do it? Because the game's actually going to try to at least kind of make you have at least some sort of, like, some sort of common sense.
Is getting revenge the right thing to do? But if we don't do anything, he might... I don't know anymore.
Are you sure about
You know what? Let's do it already. I don't care. Let's just toss him in there.
You really mean it? There's no other way?
What about you guys? Remember,
You know what? He's been literally tossing us into TVs. How about we go and toss him into one?
I'll stay. Me too. I won't be the only one to walk out on this. I'd only suffer more that way. If this is what we've decided, I'll stick with it to the end.
Me too. No matter how we end it, I want to witness it.
And goodbye. So, there we go. So basically, we just went and did the bad ending there. So now what's going to happen here is we're just going to have to see Nanako one last time, say a few last other words and whatnot, and then just jump right into, all the way into where the March date is going to be. So yeah, so now Teddy has went and disappeared now, so now we're going to be able to hear Teddy one last other time from his notes.
Easy to live there now, but it's my reality. I'm really thankful for everything all of you did for me. Well, goodbye.
And there we go, and so time has passed, and it jumps all the way for quite a while now. And here we are into the month of March. Kind of feels like we're almost kind of getting all the way back into the time when we were going into the game somewhere around within the April time, right? Because I believe that's when it all started, was around within April. But at least we get to see some, like, I forget what those type of leaves are. I guess those are cherry blossom leaves, I think. Yeah.
And now, a story on the serial kidnapping and murder case that shook the town of Inaba. Police have released the
But since we are getting ourselves a little bit more closer into the end of this set episode, I do want to go and kind of say my last and final words that are going to be out here for today, and that is going to be thank you guys so much for going and checking out with this series of Persona 4 Golden. We have literally made it all the way up to, I think, if I want to go and check out with the episodes of the recordings that I do have for the post stuff, I think technically right now, at the time of this recording here, if I go and see my thumbnail for what we have, I think we are all the way up directly into episode 88 right now. So, since we already just went and did 88, and that was with the rescuing of Nanako there, I believe, if I go and check back over here with the episodes that we do have, this will basically be 89. We have 90, 91, 92, and 93. Wow. 93, all the way going up into that set episode right there. I think if I'm going to be exactly honest with you, is I'm pretty sure that this is going to be one of those set episodes that are going to be one of the longest of the series. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think we actually have made it all the way up to an episode 100, I think, from before. And I think that was coming from, I want to say, a Final Fantasy 9, I think. because I want to say that Final Fantasy IX had quite a bit of episodes just within there itself, because I know that we went and did a lot of side stuff, and we went through like majority of almost all the side things that we wanted to go and do within the game. We went through the whole like Tetra Master and all that stuff that was going on, went through like all the different games from there. I know that we went and did like so many other different like other little side rewards to get some other things and other goodies to help us out by the end of the game, and even meeting up with Ozma of all stuff. And I know that that had like a long and lengthy amount of episodes here, and this is what we're going to be running into exactly from this way as well. So this is where we are going to have to go and hop onto the train and go through this little last bit of this anime cutscene here, and this is where we're going to be able to just go and leave the town of Inaba, and I guess not really go and return unless we decide to continue onwards with another new game or something at this point, but that's about it. But so yeah, so I'll just end it off here. Thank you guys so much for going and watching out here. Stay tuned for the next part for the Phantom Hourglass as well, and hope to see you guys for that part there. So see you guys then, and peace.
You really helped us out with lots of stuff. Thanks, partner.